Hi guys, my name is Scott, and today I'm reviewing The Green Lantern, starring Ryan Reynolds, Blake Lively, and Mark Strong, and directed by Martin Campbell. And before you listen and watch this video at the same exact time, thank you for watching and listening at the same time, but I advise you push stop now because this thing is going to get spoiled, like I don't know how to best describe it to you. So you've been warned. Welcome to Scott's Movie Reviews, and let's get into the movie. Um, when a giant alien known as a Parallax sucks a few aliens' bloods, well, not blood, but like more like the souls, 6 months later, a purple alien, I forgot what his name was, gets attacked by this monster and gets badly wounded when it escapes. Hal Jordan, is played by Ryan Reynolds, gets laid to a test that he has to fly planes along with Carol Ferris, played by Blake Lively from TV's Gossip Girl. The test of flying planes, Hal almost gets himself killed by having a flashback of his dad getting killed. Hal attends to his nephew's birthday party when a Green Lantern's power abducts him to the dead purple alien as Hal takes the Green Lantern's ring. Meanwhile, Sinestro, who is played by Mark Strong, you see him in Robin Hood, the Russell Crowe one, and Kick-Ass, wants to build a new army to destroy the threat, the Parallax, I should say. Dr. Hector Hammond, who is played by Peter Sarsgaard, gets abducted by Dr. Amanda Waller, played by Angela Bassett, and she wants him to help them with the dead purple alien as a science project, while Hal gets sent to a Green Lantern planet called Uar or something like that. I don't know how to pay that close attention to the name of that planet. While Dr. Hammond gets the power at the same exact time as Hal, Hal gets introduced to Tamaris, who is Jeffrey Rush's voice, and shows Hal around in this Green Lantern world. Sinestro tells the Lanterns that there is a war coming, and he, along with Kilowall, who is Michael Clark Duncan's voice, you may have seen him in Daredevil, and Tamaris teaches Hal how to fight off an enemy. Hal and Sinestro fight off, and Hal thinks he's a failure and goes back home. And Dr. Hammond teaches a class. A very rude student, for some reason, says, and Dr. Hammond, somewhat oddly enough, has this power that he can read people's minds, or listen to them at the same time, about how much this guy is a loser. He forces him to fall down. Dr. Hammond forces this rude student to fall down, like on his back, while he tests his own blood. Sinestro fights off against this monster and doesn't succeed because they lost the fight. When Hal is at, when Hal is at a party, Dr. Hammond shoots something in a helicopter. Then Hal, aka the Green Lantern, saves people from the getting hurt, and Dr. Hammond gets a bigger brain than he did before. Hal's friend wants to see this Green Lantern suit, and Hal goes on a date with Carol because they tell him an idea about something. Dr. Hammond has a thing where he can hear people's thoughts, like I mentioned earlier, in memories, while Hector feels people's thoughts and memories. Sorry to repeat that 3 times. While Hector feels good about this power, and he gets stronger than ever. While Green Lantern fights off Dr. Hammond, gets paralyzed, and gets a warning that and Hal gets this warning about Parallax wanting to destroy his planet, and Hal thinks about quitting the Green Lantern job, but asks his friends for advice and asks Sinestro for some help for his planet to be saved. Dr. Hammond tries to use Carol as bait as Hal lets Dr. Hammond take the ring. It turns out he lied, and so did Hal. So the Parallax arrives and kills Dr. Hammond after failing him. And Hal tries to get the ring back, but almost gets killed. And Carol ends up saving him from the Parallax. So it comes to town and almost gets killed, but gets him. back to outer space. Hal does, aka the Green Lantern, and fights him off and kills Parallax from the sun. And Sinestro gets Hal trained as Hal gives Carol a visit and tells her he'll be away for a while. And the final shot of the movie, and this is going to set up for the sequel, by the way, so just pay attention, sit through half the credits, and you'll see this scene. Sinestro gets a Parallax power, like from a ring, that might make this into a sequel. So whatever you guys do, stay for the credits, like not the entire thing, but like half of it, and there's a scene after the first half of the credits. So I like this movie. I was surprised that it wasn't as much Green Lantern action as I hoped. But honestly, the movie was good, and the special effects were neat. I'm surprised about how much critics are going negative on this thing. But honestly, this movie, it, it was a good... Some of the story didn't make sense. At one point, he goes to a different planet while Dr. Hammond, aka Peter Sarsgaard, says... Well, not says, but he gets this same exact power at the same time as Hal, Ryan Reynolds, I should say. He somewhat... There were some weak moments in the movie, but the movie was good otherwise, so I recommend it. Yeah, I didn't see this in 3D, but I'm going to sometime later this week. So, yeah. I liked the movie. I liked it enough to go see it again in 3D. So, thank you guys for watching and listening to this review. And next week, there's going to be 2 little reviews. One of them is for Cars 2, and one of them is for Bad Teacher coming out next weekend. So yeah, feel free to stick around for that, and thank you for listening and watching this review of Green Lantern. Thank you, and goodbye.